Shout out to my fathers, and I wanted to ask a question to the public when it comes to dads and fathers and men in general. Do men get enough credit for what they actually go through and trying to be the best versions of themselves to take care of their families and their kids and their children? And I just want to let you guys know that men go through a lot as well. I don't think women go through as much as a man go through and have as much as a man have on his plate and trying to take care of his children and his family. And even if he's not married and he still has children and he don't see the children the way he would like to because there's other provisions that's actually blocking him, those particular men, they still go through something because you know you have children in this world as a man. And you want to be the best version of father that you can be for whatever reasons. If your dad wasn't there for you, if your father wasn't there for you, you vow that you're not going to actually leave your kids. But sometimes there's barriers that's blocking that. But we're not going to get into that right now. I just want to let the public know that men go through just as much as women go through, if not more. I think mostly what women go through is actually finding a husband or being in a serious relationship or actually having to raise the children on their own. And a lot of that stuff can be self-inflicted, but we're not going to point the fingers right now. We're not going to get into that. But I just wanted to recognize the men and to actually let the public know that men are very stressful when it comes to actually trying to raise their kids or raising their kids as well. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about the stress that we go through. We don't talk about the worry that we go through with our children. We don't talk about not being able to provide for our children. Sometimes we might not have the money to actually give to our children some of the extra things that they would like, or even don't have the money to raise them properly. But there's a lot of dads out there that's handling their business, and the men, they don't get recognized for this enough. And I just want to recognize these men, and I'm going to start recognizing these men and bringing these men on my platform to actually hear some of their stories. And I know, you know, a lot of people say, well, oh, they're men, or they're this, they're that, they supposed to be strong. Yeah, we supposed to be strong, but we're actually human too. We also have our breaking points as well, because that's why you see a lot of men committing suicide these days, or men actually committing certain domestic crimes these days, because sometimes a man can get to his breaking point and there's no one that men can actually open up to. And I wanted to cover that as well, but that's going to be in another video, to where, you know, men can go and we can actually open up and share our emotions and our feelings and some of the things that we actually go through, because it's much needed, because there's nothing more dangerous than an emotional man. You know, he can lash out and he can actually hurt you, opposed to a woman that can actually hurt you with words. But I'm not going to, you know, harp on the woman. This is just to recognize the men that's out there and doing what they supposed to do. And I wanted to recognize a particular buddy of mine, Ramsey Dow. He's in the DMV, Maryland area. And one thing I always admire Ramsey about is how hard he worked and how much he put his children first. There's nothing gonna come in between this man and his kids. He's gonna do whatever he has to do for his kids. He's gonna give them whatever he's gonna have to give them, whatever that they need and the things that they want, even as his kids has gotten older. And I've been knowing this man for almost 30-something years. I've seen this man go through his ups and downs, but one thing rest assured, he never ever neglected his children. And I admired him most for that. And one day I want to bring Ramsey on my platform, and we can actually hear from him what drives him and his motivation to take care of his children. Even though as men we supposed to do these things, but I never seen this man waver. I never seen this man say F it. But he's always been in his children's life, and he's continued to be in his kids' lives. And he does what he has to do in order to make his children better. wanted to share this video. I don't want to go on a long rant. You know, I have my stories too. Haven't even begun to tell my story when it comes to my children as well. But we don't want to just push the blame on the women, but they play a great role in men being able to raise their children without any interference. Because as men, we love our children just as much, and a lot of times our children is the only thing that motivates us and to get us up every morning, each and every day to go to work, so we can be able to provide the best way that we can for our children. If you like this video, please show some support. Hit the like, share. You can subscribe to the channel. You can give me some stars, and if you wanted to show more support, you can actually DM me for one of my hoodies or some items that we have for sale. Talk to you guys later.